Good morning, students. In the previous video, we had stopped till here. A parallel line and a transversal. Now, I told you that when a transversal is intersecting a parallel line, we get 8 pairs of angles. Now, in this 8 pairs, we have all different names for different angles. Now, if I tell this angle 1 and angle 5, angle 1 is always equal to angle 5. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 6. Okay, if I tell this is 70 degrees, even angle 5 will also be 70 degrees. Why? Because these are called as corresponding angles. Okay, 1, 5, 2, 6. Similarly, 4, 8, and then angle 3 and angle 7. All these are corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles. Now the next one, angle 1 and angle 6. And then angle 2 and angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 6. And then angle 3 and angle 8. These are called alternate angles. Alternate angles. Next. Vertically opposite. What is vertically opposite? It is nothing but the opposite angles. If you see in this, 1, 3 and 2, 4 are opposite. So I can tell angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 4. In this, 6 and 8, 5 and 7. Angle 6 is equal to angle 8. Angle 5 is equal to angle 7. These are vertically opposite angles. See, all these cases, if you just get one angle, you can get all the remaining 7 angles. The next one is co-interior angles. Now, what is co-interior angles is, if you see these two, 4 and 5, okay, these are between these two parallel lines. So these two are called co-interior. Now, what is co-interior is, if I add co-interior angles, it will be equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, on the other side, angle 3 plus angle 6 is 180 degrees. So these are called co-interior angles. And these angles we will get only in a parallel line. If it is not a parallel, we will not get these two angles. Now let me just do a problem based on the same concept. Now for example, I have a parallel line, a transversal. I know this angle is 120 degree. Okay? If I know this angle, as I told you, these two are opposite angles. If this is 120, this will also be 120. And after that, I told about the corresponding angles. This angle and this angle. Corresponding. If this is 120, this will be 120. If this is 120, this is vertically opposite. 120 degrees. We got all the 4 angles. Now, as I told you about the co-interior, when I add these two angles, that is, this and this, I should get 180 degree. But I have only 120 here. 120. And this angle I don't know, which is x. Now if I put this x, so x will be equal to 180 minus 120. X is 60 degree. So that means this is 60. If I get this is 60, this is opposite, this will also be 60. And these two are alternate angles. If this is 60, this has to be 60, and this is vertically opposite. So we started with one angle and we got only 7 angles. Now all these are the basic terms and concept about the lines and angles. Let's start with the exercise. In exercise 5.1, the first one is find the complement. That means, what is complement? Complement is nothing but when I add two angles, it has to be 90 degree. In this question, they have given one angle is 20 degrees. What's the other angle? It has to be 90 minus 20, which is 70. So it becomes 70. This is how we find the complementary. In the second main, find the supplement. Supplement, which is nothing but 180 degree. They have given 105 degrees. What is the other angle? That means 105 plus, we don't know this angle, which is equal to 180. So this angle will be 180 minus 105, that is 75 degrees. So this is 75 degrees. That's the first two mains. In the third main, identify each of the following pairs are complementary and which are supplementary. That means they have given two angles, 65 and 115. If we add this, we have to check, do we get 180 or 90? If we get 180, it becomes supplementary. If we get 90, it will become complementary. So the first, second, third main. Fourth one. Fourth one is find the angle which is equal to its complementary. What they're telling is, I have two angles here. When we add these two angles, we have to get 90 degrees. And they are telling both are equal. If I write this is x, this should also be x. So when I add these two, we get 2x, which is equal to 90 degrees. So x is equal to 90 by 2, x is equal to 45 degrees. Therefore, the complementary angles are 45 degrees. This is how we find. Next one, similarly you have to do for 180 degrees. Okay? I want you to try this one. Next one, the sixth one. Can two angles be supplementary if both of them are acute angles? Now, what they are telling is, supplementary is nothing but 180 degrees. Two angles, when we add two angles, we have to get 180. They are telling if I put two acute angles is less than 90 and less than 90. Do we get 180? We do not get. Similarly, when I have two obtuse which is greater than 90 plus greater than 90, we will get greater than 180 degrees. So even this is not possible. The third option is two right angles. What is right angle? 90 degree plus 90 degree. Do we get 180? We get 180. So only this option is correct. Now in the eighth one, an angle is greater than 45 degree. Is its complementary angle greater than 45 or equal or less than? Okay, now in this question they are talking about complementary angle. What is complementary? When we add two angles, we have to get 90 degrees. Now if this is 45 degrees, how much it has to be? It has to be equal to 90 minus 45. That is nothing but 45. That means here I have to write only 45. It cannot be greater than or less than 45 degrees. Okay? To Okay, in the ninth question, they are asking to get the adjacent angles. Now here, if you write A, B, C, D, these two are called adjacent angles. The angle next to this is called adjacent. If I write 35 degrees and this is 45, so the adjacent angle to 45 degree is 35 degree. Okay. Similarly, I want you to try for the ninth one. Adjacent angles is next to that. Again, linear pair is sum of two angles equal to 180 degrees. Okay, one last problem of this exercise. Now, when we intersect two straight lines, we get vertically opposite angles. Now, in this question, they have given this 55 degree. How much is this one? Even this has to be 55 degree. Why? Because vertically opposite. Now, this is a straight line. If one angle is 55, this has to be 180 minus 55, which is 125 degrees. Now, if this is 125, it has to be 125. So, whenever you are solving this problem, you have to write the reason why this is 55 degrees, because it is vertically opposite angles. Now, why this is 125? Because it is linear pair angles. Now, this is all about the exercise 5.1. I want everyone to try this out, and if you have any doubts, we will talk and we will sort it out in the interactive session. Thank you, students. Have a good day.